Hello. Hello. Man, clearing my throat before a stream is the worst part of streaming. I'm all fucking gooped up. Proof? I don't want to prove. That's why I don't want to like switch the scene to start talking. I'm dying. I can't. Brutal. Whoops. Yeah, I don't know. I need to get rid of my dog. What if I'm allergic to dog? What if I just throw the dog? Actually, when was the last? Write a note to myself. I have like the big thing behind me. I've got the big tapestry and stuff. Like maybe I should wash it. Maybe this room is like more dusted than I know. I'm gonna Google something real fast before I start. Vendor walk 324. What the fuck happened? I haven't seen anyone talk about the speedrun stuff. Changed quite a bit last season. I haven't seen anyone talk about it. I'm sure it has been talked about. But it's like before you could talk to a vendor and then click away and walk. But they very, very slightly, I think, increase the range you can talk to vendors for your convenience, which really fucks it up. There's a baby? Since when has there been someone with a baby there? I've never seen that. Ain't no way. It's like I can't do it anymore, and it's really fun to do. You can see how my character turns at the last second. You're supposed to start walking away, and I know you can do it because I can still do it sometimes.
Still alive, are we?
But it became way less consistent after last patch, and I would like to figure it out. But yeah, it's fucked. I think I'm just gonna forget it. It's super. I mean, it's always been ping dependent, but I've never had the situation before where you talk to someone. Oh, there we go. It was like a 1 in 50 though. Before I was like, before last patch, I would get it, I'd say like 95% of the time.
Greetings.
But the whole talk to them and then turn and then not move would never happen before.
What little help I can offer.
And it's very annoying. Like even that, I've never seen that before where you talk to them, it flashed the menu and then it went away as I walked.
Hello.
It's like one of the little joys of the campaign to get like a good vendor walk.
What little help I can offer is yours. Farewell. Yes? Farewell.
Especially Act 1, it saves so much time because you come in from the beach twice. You need to like talk to Tarklate,
Still alive.
and then you get this whole walk while you're vendoring, and then you do her, then you do stash, and then you do it like a second time. So I don't know. I guess get lucky. Like that one song where the guy's up all night to get lucky. I wonder if he does.
Farewell.
Wonder if he gets lucky. I mean, I was getting it more just as I was practicing, and maybe I am that rusty, but I really think, I know there was a change to it, and it's fucked me up since then. Oh, Kalidokli. I don't know what my build is going to be. I'm considering many options. My knowledge level is generally, I understand the Marauder speedrun, and there's a decent chance that I play Marauder. So I just want to, like, remember. I did like one run this morning. Bumbling fool.
You were born.
Remembering all of the things I've forgotten.
What did you do with your gifts, duelist? Squandered.
Why isn't my timer isn't starting? It's like crashed. What the heck? I can't even close it. Hold on, that's a Control Alt Delete type situation. Actually, wait. I know what it might be. No, yeah, no, that's a Control Alt Delete. How's everybody doing? How's my little baby boo-boos? As a singular person? Is there a singular person who plays PoE, and then is there, of that subset of people, if you've chosen a build a week before, there's no way. Frostblade thing, dude. One of my first inclinations was like Warden Frostblade, but I kind of feel like I see everybody doing it and talking about it, and I want to be a special little snowflake because it was so obviously very good. It just seems like the most obvious answer to Warden's new and it looks cool and I want to play it, and Frostblade's Trickster was already a good, like, legit speedrun. Not legit, but like, as far as melee skills do, Frostblade Trickster was a very good campaign, and Warden is like twice as good. I'd say like Warden starting Ranger tree is like 3 times as good. And then the skill's just gonna do 2 times damage. It's pretty brain dead. Okay, does it work? It works.
Even the dead rise to challenge me here.
Boo boo. Yo, let's jam. Dude, I'm sadly on some stupid shit. Gonna get fooled by melee ignite. Yeah, that's not gonna be me. I'm not touching bleed unless it's lacerate. I'm currently on the General's Cry Chieftain pipeline. And if besides that, my before that was charge dash warden. So I'm a little cooked. Need some clarification on how warden works.
Fine work with Hill.
Oh, pause. So I reset my my live split keybinds, but I guess they didn't save because I had to Control Alt delete it. Please do charge dash. I think it'll be really good. Like genuinely, I think it'll be exceptionally good. If the shock effect thing works. Let me reset this. I don't think live split has a like save settings, save layout. Let's hope that did something. I don't mind running the beach again. I really need like some very early, make sure I get like act 1 right would make me happy, and then we could maybe, like, if it's going well, continue to act 3, and we could just pretend that I do 3 times damage. Or legitimately double damage. Everything I'm doing right now, it feels pretty bad to do because I know on League launch day, everything I'm doing will just do twice as much damage.
You were born to be swift and strong.
But yeah, charge dash, if you fully charge it up and you just keep pulsing with it, is going to be 660% damage effectiveness, which is pretty high as far as the melee skills are going. And then you could just like charge dash in a circle in rituals and ultimatum and just like auto clear anything that spawns. To simulate the buffs, here's another buff that I keep forgetting. I was thinking also Marauder level 1 with the heavy strike is gonna kill Hillick so much faster, but they said that they changed the slow first hit melee thing. That I think that alone is hard to gauge how much that is actually going to help. Yeah, that no vendor walk here fucking sucks.
Stay sharp. Do you think you're a savage enough to think?
Yo, maybe on melee you won't even need to do Nah, you would still walk Duelist up, and especially because it would be even faster to kill Hillock.
Dead should remember their place.
But yeah, the I don't know, just the slow. I'm curious, like, technically how much attack speed bonus it is, because you don't do this weird slow swing shit. And even this damage against Hillock as Marauder should be like, I don't know about double at this point on the level 1 gem, but Heavy Strike gets like double the damage early. I think it gets like triple the damage. Yeah, I need to just like figure out what's going on with the vendor walk. It's gonna save so much time. Dude, that is a no, not even 2 red links. That is abysmal. I also don't think, well, I mean, I don't even know what build I'm gonna do, but you wouldn't need perforate the way I normally get it. Jesus. The rust. Couldn't click the socket. The bleed mechanic is fun. From what I've seen, I really like it. I mean, it looks good to me before having played it. Perfect. I probably need to turn game volume up. Can't hear anything. Wife aggro? Nah, it's always been a thing. I think it was a World of Warcraft thing. Yeah, I think they talked a lot in the interview about trying to make sure rares are all better than uniques. What is that? Clicking. And I think the rune crafting on rares is like a big part of that. Basically being able to get unique item affixes on rares. So I think it's pretty hard to like... There's always something these leagues nowadays where they don't fully reveal some of the most important parts for like that, like what a good build would be. Can't plan around the thing you don't know. Dude, I need to like write myself a few notes. I want to make the loot filter with the goofy sounds as well. Okay, we need to hit level 4. I forget the hotkey to look at the map, so I don't have that ready. I thought it was you. I don't think it's you. Oh. I think I also... Yeah, I forgot to buy an iron ring or a rustic sash when I was vendoring. We need to hit level 4. I'm gonna pause after this guy. I want more game.
I'd almost.
Please give me one vendor walk, please. I'll do anything.
Farewell.
Please.
Got a job. Farewell.
It's really stinky. Really freaking stinky. Don't want to burn out before PoE 2. I mean, that shit's gonna be in November. And it's only gonna be a beta. So I don't know about that. I mean, I won't. I'm a gamer. Dude, what if the patch was live and I was dealing damage right now? It's a 9-minute ledge. I think that my splits are pretty optimistic for Marauder. I don't remember why. But we're looking for like, I think I could be there in 7. I forget. Because the vendor with Duelist slows you down a lot, and Marauder is classically very slow. I think I should do a practice of Frostblade's Ranger into Charge Dash, which I'm more unfamiliar with. Because the biggest thing I'm trying to de-rust is just, I don't know, like basic vendoring, and there's a lot of things. It's like in a lot of speedruns, the menuing is the secret hard part, where you need to know exactly what buttons to press before a menu comes up. And PoE is like that, except you also need to, like, the menu is randomly generated. So you need to talk to the vendor, know exactly what you're looking for, the exact placement of it, and then also some vendors, when you're like looking to buy armor, are making like judgment calls based on the amount of currency you have and what is available. There were no melee buffs. Dude, I am so sad. My prediction was right. I thought, dude, Melee League, they're gonna buff the steel skills, which are not melee. They use a melee weapon, so they benefit from the physical damage changes on melee weapons. And they also just gave splitting steel 100% increased damage effectiveness, which was already one of the best skills in the game, which is like you shoot your melee weapon. I don't know how splitting steel won't be like the best build in the game when it was already, it's pretty high up there, if not like top 3. Of course, assuming Assuming Detonate Dead doesn't exist, and it doesn't really anymore. Splitting Steel was my probably my personal pick for the second best. And it got 100% damage effectiveness. Oh geez. I tell you, I wouldn't be fighting them if this was the real league start. Because the odds of dying to them... Please! A 1240?
A slave is not a man. A slave is not even worthy of death.
That's super bad. But I didn't get a 3-link. The 40 seconds, like 12 minutes I'd be okay with. The 40 seconds lost legitimately could come down to I can't vendor walk anymore.
There's a fine line between. Stay sharp out there.
The tale of Brutus. God hasn't abandoned us. Hello. Hello.
It's so goofed up.
Well.
Like that shouldn't happen.
Still alive. Welcome. Still alive, are we? Farewell.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Should I try Ranger Frostblades? Nah, I want to do another one of these because I know the frame of reference of how quickly I'd like to get the first stuff done, and I'm still just really clunky on a few very basic things.
Swift and strong.
Even the dead rise to challenge me here.
What's the current build plan? In the bottom middle of your screen in all capital text, there is no build yet. Got like too many ideas and too many things I'm waiting to see if they show. Would like for them to show the Crushing Fist Retaliate skill. Build that goes the fastest. And I think I'm kind of like, I want to like be warmed up and be playing well. But I think I might really just do a lot of the league mechanic early, because I also think it'll be more interesting for viewers who are like, I don't understand what this is. Then we could not know what it is together. Please vendor walk.
Fine work. Stay sharp out there.
Oops.
Do you think you're savage enough?
I'm currently considering General's Cry Chieftain, because I think it'll be very good. I don't know that it will be fun.
Remember their place.
Sometimes you plan out a build because you know like the numbers are good and that the build is good. But I also suspect I will not enjoy playing it like even one bit. And then I think charge dash raider will be good, but there's one or two things I'd like to know beforehand. I don't know. In the shitty part of the pre-league hype, where they haven't fully revealed a few things, and so you have like a week to overthink every choice. Please.
I live to see another door.
Line up.
That's not supposed to happen.
Farewell. What little help. Take care.
Fine work.
Honest to goodness, I am going to off stream.
Stay sharp.
Like if I'm like watching TV or something this week or anything, I am going to just be vendor walking on the other screen trying to figure out what's going on. And I want to try and find, I need to look at someone else who's like good at the speed running and has kept doing it and see if they're even consistently doing it, because I really feel like the changes fucked it up. Okay, we got 2 reds, which would be fantastic. Vendor walking really that much of a time save? Yeah. Also, it's fun. Yep, I forgot to put that back on. That's on me. Think. Shit. Yeah, I don't know this layout. I think I did it in the wrong order. Dude, fucking mud flats, bro. I'm surprised I got stunned that many times with the armor on. Armor generally helps you not do that. Dude, what is the ping? Oh shit, am I on the wrong? No, I'm on lockstep. Fuck, dude. Vendor walking is you talk to someone and like frame perfect as you talk to them, you walk away. So you click on them and get ready to click on the complete opposite side of your screen.
Still alive. Still alive.
But like, on God, they goofed it up.
Greeting. Still alive, are we? Farewell. Welcome.
Let me think about, wait, let me see where you get charge dash. I don't think you get charge dash until like Act 3. Level 28. Yeah, that's near like basically what would be the end of this run. You'd end this run around level 32. Well, 30 or 32. So like I would equip Charge Dash for lab and then it would be pretty much over. The interact range be extended? It's a good question. I don't know. I think generally speaking on League launch, it's the servers are more fucky. It's always harder to vendor walk because of that. But like I was saying, it's just one of the, like the little joys of speedrunning. And the opposite is it feels really bad when it doesn't work. You need to complete the quest, sever the right hand. That is Gravitius. Man, that also sucks because a lot of times you can skip Gravitius to get Charge Dash, or like the skill you would have to get from there. If you don't need to kill him, then it's helpful to not kill him. I think I'm just gonna do good and then run this one down on Marauder.
Do you think you're a savage? You were born to be swift and strong. What did you do with you?
But yeah, I would wager in a like an 11 minutes into the run, the difference in vendor walking versus no vendor walking is at least one of those minutes. So it's nearly like 10% better to have been able to do it. And the difference between me getting to prison at 12 minutes or 11 minutes is mentally 12 minutes hurts.
It's nice not to be dead yet.
Fine work with him.
It just gets fucking stuck every time.
Farewell. Do you think you're savage enough?
The logout macro on League Start. You can use the logout macro. Holy ping spikes. You can use the logout macro. It's just which I was aware of last time, that it will default you to the wrong league. So you'll log out, and then it's usually F9 for me, log out, F5, enter the game again. But it'll log you out and then make you look at old season characters. So like the menu you're on is wrong, and then if you F5, it just like, it fucks it up. So on your first logout, you need to like, on the next menu, set it to Settlers of Kalgur League specifically, and then from that point forward, you can do like quick logouts. Which I didn't wait for. And lost like 20 minutes. That's like a 20-minute mistake.
I live to see another dawn. Fine work with...
I forgot to look at vendor stuff.
Stay sharp out there.
Lion Eye's watch is
I just can't do it anymore.
God
Cope.
hasn't abandoned us.
I am surrounded by living corpses.
Oh damn, I have to wear armor.
Moriathans.
Boss hasn't approved your time off. Quit. Chase the armor. It's like the carrot on a stick for the bunny rabbit, but it's Marauder and it's armor. He wants that shit bad. This layout should be a straight down. I believe this one is also... Jesus Christ. Yep. So remember the famous advice that the 3 points make a triangle, except on this one also. Except technically still is a triangle.
Dominus wanted me to die here. I was disappointed.
Bruh. Please. I feel like I've been getting Road more than before. Stealth Roa buff. Like that's fucking... With armor on, you shouldn't be getting 100% stunned by all of them. I can't remember. I think this exit is here, yeah. Wee woo woo. Two-second time save per portal, the waypoints. You would generally just like not even get them. This is like another like
I'd almost
5-second saved vendor walk that I can't do. I keep that just in case. We buy you. We can't afford you. Trans.
goodbye.
Gotta stay sharp out there.
Wait,
Yes?
wait. Oh, I'm an idiot. Never mind. There's nothing to wait for.
Goodbye.
But there might have been. Considering suing? Hashtag influenced? I increased your joy? Time to sue? That's fucked up. Beep boop boop boop. 8-minute ledge, like I think every number is just gonna feel like trash because of the vendoring. Starts mattering less after Act 1. Like Act 2, it can save a decent chunk of time. But Act 1 vendoring, like, really is like 10% of your time. Also, again, new patch, just pretend I'm doing double the damage. It's like every time I stop... That's honestly going to be so nice, because there's like breakpoints with Marauder where for Ground Slam, if I had another Iron Ring, I'd probably be one-shotting everything. Which I could have bought in town, but I didn't. But in patch, it probably wouldn't matter if you had 2 Iron Rings. You'd still just be one-shotting. Considering Susaning, do it. Gonna try and level up here so that we get our Quicksilver back. Chance. I'm gonna Chance Orb those boots for move speed. Can I not click it? That's Og. Oh. It's an interesting league mechanic to consider that even if you want to like go fast, a lot of the league mechanic seems to be time gated, and they're saying that you could send ships out relatively soon. So like the potential of going into the league mechanic area and starting to do some stuff could be like, oh, when I'm in act so and so, I'll have like gear to pick up. Jesus. I don't think it's gonna matter all that much, because again, it's all still gated by gold, so you would have had to have had gold. It's mostly it's the new vendor that lets you gamble for gear. They were explaining it in the interview that if you're familiar with Necropolis, the minimum tier modifier thing from Necropolis of like you can't roll a tier 12 mod is basically what the that thing is doing, is that when you gamble for something based on your level and the upgrade of the tavern, the items you're buying from the gamble can't roll low tier mods, which is really good. It's like that alone. I think the tavern is the first thing you do. A 12-minute, I'm happy with 12-minute. With, again, like, I legit think I save 1 minute from vendor walking, and then 11-minute prison would have been making me happy. Oops. Trying to melee this time around, give me a nudge. Bleed Glad or Bleed Slam, Chief? Bleed Slam is very potentially a total meme again. Like, I wouldn't trust it until there's evidence. Bleed Glad is a slam dunk. Just play Lacerate. Get Lacerate of Hemorrhage as soon as you can. In theory, Slam Chieftain works. In practice, I have tried to level a Slam Chieftain every single league for like the last 6 leagues, and I'm not willing to do it again, even if it's going to be better. And that was not league start leveling. That was like I gave it gear and it still wasn't good. Decent chance it is good now, but I can tell you 100% certainly Lacerate Gladiator will be good. Chieftain might disappoint you. Oh yeah, I forgot this guy is always essenced now. We got one. I don't remember the vendoring super perfectly here.
There's a fire. You met? I've traveled.
Shit, I got baited. Wow, wow, wow. Nope. You could have dash by this point, which really helps with this zone. It's kind of an extra thing to buy though. One level will have frost blink. You could also have dash by the time you do submerge passage, which saves a lot of time because you can just teleport over stuff. Like I have to I have to take this L of walking through here. Yeah. I suppose I would have to get dash. I could have afforded it.
Belief is the strongest metal of them all.
So you put that point in. No blue socket. Yeah, I am very unprepared. I could have used momentum support a while ago. This is all the remembering. Yeah, exit should be here. If it's not, I'm sad. Oh, what? There's a dude somewhere. Okay. Old-timey Ster? The other night I was reading patch notes like this, they were calling me evil Ster. I don't think that's appropriate. 17 minute, we could have been at Brutus like 2.5 minutes ago for sure. I don't know. Things are going to be clunky. The sad part of this is, I don't know. I really like practicing the run, but knowing that your damage will be like legitimately double is pretty disheartening for how slow and clunky it feels now and like how perfect it needs to be compared to later. Dude, I'm level 8. This was, I guess level 9 at this point is normal. You should be like 9.5 at least.
Your brawn is about to meet its match, Brute. Give the Warden my regards.
We never got a 3-link. We also wouldn't have to use this totem. That's like a +1. We never got the Frostblink socket because I didn't consider it. I said not. Yeah, I mean, my shitty time makes sense for all the things that went wrong.
Let me embrace you.
And even this, like, my damage is okay for Brutus. And I don't have anything. My gear fucking blows. So to knowing I'm going to deal double damage with nothing is like
The sun.
so nice.
Goodbye.
Such a shitty buy, but I need it. Wait, no, we already had a Jade Chopper. Yeah, I can't use that. $20 minutes here. Let's do, let's fuck around and find out on how Frostblade's Ranger feels. And then try and actually get far enough in the game to get Charge Dash to convince myself that it's a good idea. Which I'm pretty confident it is. But I think like Charge Dash is going to have like 3 times more damage. And I'm still feeling like it'll be decent. Do I want a Frostblade's Jewel? I'm good. I'm good. I don't think the League Start speedrun lets you give me a Frostblade's gem that you get at level 1. Elemental Hit Warden will play? I was planning that a little bit. I think it'll be pretty strong. It's really awkward to get Elemental Hit to be better during the campaign because you'd be missing out on the entire physical damage improvement on weapons because Elemental Hit damage is based on gem level. And there's not a lot of easy sources of like increased melee skill level throughout the campaign unless you're instantly trading for uniques that who knows when you're going to be able to get them. What was I about to look up? Oh, PoE Trinity support. Ranger gets that, right? Okay, yeah. Would I go down the beach twice? No, Ranger really doesn't give a shit. Right?
Swift and silent, you stole the bounty of others. A crow that plunders our crops. A stray dog that slaughters our sheep.
I've not seen a wilderness like this before. There'll be some...
Also, you're going to be able to get whirling blades, presumably. The gearing for frost blades is a little bit more intensive than other things because you need... I don't know. I think you just... Current game, you really need to high roll and do everything in your power to make sure you get good gear for Frostblade's leveling. Again, I don't think that's going to be the case when you are dealing double the damage, that you could kind of chill a little bit more and not worry about it so much. But I think this run can, like a Frostblades League start through Act 1 and 2, 3, can potentially feel just like absolute garbage solely based on like, did you drop anything? Drop like a good weapon to use.
I've seen you lionize. God hasn't abandoned us.
Fine with.
Frostblades, purchase item.
Farewell.
And I haven't really done this, so I'm kind of just winging it on a few things. Buying a sword makes sense. I don't know the colors I'm going to need, so a lot of that stuff is very helpful to know beforehand. I also don't... And actually, yeah. Well, respecking with gold would actually be good here. Because you're going to take, like, the projectile damage nodes, and then charge dash is not a projectile, but you should realistically be able to actually respec early game now. Trying to think of the first supports you do end up getting. Beep. 2 times Iron Ring. Yeah, that's the reason why you would go do Beach twice, is just to get Iron Rings and stuff. But post patch, I don't think you would need it. And also I dropped an Iron Ring on Hillock,
The worms will
which
have
made
to
me
take
think
the
I need it
floor on
less.
this meal.
Yeah, Frostblades just feels so good. It's like, dude, if you want a good melee starter, just do Frostblades fucking Warden. It's gonna be so good. Either like if you want to do the new stuff and you want to do melee, Frostblades has been like traditionally one of like the most fun melee skills to use, just because it clears really good, and also it has all the strike range that makes melee feel better. It has usually had the issue of bad single target damage and stuff like that, but I think Warden can cover your bases on that with the like 80% increased elemental damage node for bosses. Oh, we are already level 4. Oh no, this is a full commit. Yeah. Yeah. Frostblade's Trickster was good, and Frostblade's Warden has like 5 advantages on it, and also Frostblades deals double damage. It's gonna be insane. One of my all-time favorite builds that I've ever done was Shattering Steel Champ, which I'm also realizing is going to be like very, very good again. I don't know, but for some reason, like I can never bring myself to do a league start that I know is going to be good because I'm a damaged person. I don't know.
Farewell.
No vendor walk. Hold on, I'm pausing. I don't think any of these options matter. If you were to do this, like puncture can actually help you kill Brutus faster. Okay.
Got a job.
I think this is, hold on, I'm also pausing again. I think yeah, the vendor search I'm using isn't not showing greens. So like blue, green, green, I think is exactly, like there's both. But I think blue, green, green is exactly what you want, because in Act 3, Act 2, you end up getting Trinity support, and that's when your damage pops off. Looks bad, turns out good sauce. I crave the I'm making fun decisions while I'm playing and not like autopiloting on a build I already know can do exactly what I know it can do. Is the heart of it.
Pain brings strength.
Like, I 100% know every single decision I'm gonna make on Shattering Steel Champ. I know how good it will be. And it kind of just, like, removes the decision making. Same things for Frostblade's Warden. Like, it's new, but also it just seems like a done deal. Okay, this might be the absolute hell layout. Okay. Oh shit, this please, please, begging you. Okay. Was not the hell layout. So like I plan a build, but I never go into like excessive detail on League Start. Like, pick the skills, plan the run, come up with like a few ideas, but never go like super in depth so that I'm still like figuring it out. Just enough to know that it's promising. Dude, Frostblades is gonna feel insane at this point. What is my sword? It's just like plus 10 dex on my sword. We're gonna try to ask for the POB. I mean, that's on them. That's on them for being in my chat the day of League Start asking for a POB of a build I haven't played yet. I didn't buy War Banner. I haven't even felt like I needed it. I forget where Ranger's skill pathing goes in early game from there. Ooh. Okay. Nah, without War Banner, I don't want to fuck around with that for like a full minute.
One red 2 Tiama.
Here's the deal. I'm not gonna kill anything. I don't want to like spend time restarting. I will remember that that is a thing that can happen to Ranger with no armor on. And I just want to see like how this continues as a test. I'm not gonna like reset and do 10 minutes of beach again. It's like even right here, I'm gonna turn the timer back on. We're a little behind. So they all have molten shells where if you hit them, they explode and it deals a ton of damage. So if you're actually that close to them and it explodes on you, give it Marauder sometimes, it'll kill you, but no armor. I guess armor doesn't matter because it's fire damage.
Only misery.
Yeah, I don't know. That always kills me, witch. Gonna try and hit a nope. I don't know these choices. I think you just always take faster attacks for your movement skill later.
Farewell.
Oh no, I came here for...
Goodbye.
Yeah, not needing totems in Act 1 is gonna feel so good too. Bloop, 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 bloop. Ow. Bruh. Bruh. Oh, everything is chill resistant. That's also why they're not dying. That's why they are chilling me and making me not be able to move. And also I can't hurt them. So I shouldn't have been fighting them at all. But I didn't. I'm slow. I'm a little slow. The early skill tree for Ranger Melee is a little goofy. I can't equip War Banner. I bought it, but I can't actually use it. My movement skill, I don't get offered Leap Slam. There's a couple things I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm realizing are all about to happen at the same time.
What little? Hello. Hello. Farewell.
You managed to
Cursed,
kill a guy.
absolutely cursed.
I've traveled.
Okay, let me pause. Let me consider how this is gonna go. I don't know what movement skills Ranger gets. I don't think you get smoke mine for free? And setting up whirling blades will suck. And because I'm not using a projectile, normally here you'd be bow and you'd go, like, it might even be better just act 1. No, the whole point was frost blades is going to be giga buffed. That sort of was the whole point, but yeah, ranger gets like damage with bows. They don't get anything else. This 1 point is important for the strength to equip war banner. I guess you would go down, down, down. You want to get to precise technique in this area as soon as possible. Also, why I was considering elemental hit might just be a really fun campaign run, even if it's not good, because you get elemental equilibrium immediately. Like wild strike or elemental hit. I've always wanted to do a build with that, and it's just super inconvenient on melee, and I want to do melee. It's pretty inconvenient on anything, but it's extremely strong for a campaign. Like if you were doing elemental hit or wild strike warden and you pass through here and you get to minus 25% resistances is a lot of damage, and then you would path down and immediately get precise technique. Seems very strong early. Bow leveling to reroll into melee. I don't think, like I was saying, I don't think it's worth it because melee is going to be so buffed. The damage loss won't matter. That you don't get good nodes early. It's kind of fine. I mean, in that case, I would argue you'd take this one, go down. That's always really shitty to do for like speedrun, to lose all those initial damage points. But you could vendor, rustic sash, ring, have the melee buff, then get attack speed, take elemental damage with attack skills here. Come down 3 points for, well, that's if you were doing wild strike. Or when do you get wild strike? Might be better early than Frostblades. I imagine it's after... Oh, that's Act 3. Holy shit. You get Elemental Hit. Elemental Hit is after Merville. Respec point just gone now? No, you can respec with gold and everything drops gold and it's auto pickup. So you should be able to... The goal for that is that you can respec more early and it costs more later. If you're a new player making early game mistakes, they are a lot less... they're more forgiving. And yeah, I do think regret orbs still exist also. And then also the quests that give respec points should also still exist. So early respec should be pretty easy. Oh, you would take this, you'd go here. Attack damage. I forgot these were attack damage. Take this bottom row. Goes straight into finesse. You need to take these 2 points probably to get War Banner, because this one gives 20 strength. It just helps a lot early. You run out. You don't have mana problems anymore, and mana apparently is going to be more annoying. You don't have to take all this garbage that really logistically didn't help me at all. And then you could immediately get the elemental attack. But duh. I just don't know where to go from there. Cause like the build is weird. There's gonna be extra tincture nodes here, which hopefully in Act 1 you could have already gotten a tincture. You do immediately want to get to precise technique, though generally speaking, Like, Bo would take all of this, this whole row, and then go to precise technique. So I just feel like you're missing a lot to go there. But again, melee buff, you might not need it. And then once you're a precise technique, you start getting like onslaught. It's a little bit of awkward leveling. But I suppose it won't be once I path it more if I actually wanted to do it. And I'm still not convinced I want to do it. Okay, where was I? I think we were doing prison. Yeah.
Welcome.
OG. To have one whetstone to be able to buy them swords. With the Whispering Essence. Because our first sword, unfortunately, it was magic.
Farewell.
I think Marauder is going to be really straightforward leveling, which is kind of fun. I'm most knowledgeable about Marauder in the first place, and then Sunder is just going to clear campaign. Like after Mervale, I think it's just go time. Unfortunately, I don't know, you miss out on quite a bit of attack speed if you went Zerker. And I'd probably be going Chieftain. Excuse me. Dang it. Oh, dang it. Could be a Brutus right now. I didn't do lab. Level 9, which is good. Oh yeah, and the new thing, that you want to always go for this if you can, this chest here. Especially on melee. There's a very high chance you get Quicksilver flasks from this. And a bismuth. For not knowing what I'm doing and pathing wrong on the skill tree, And not being able to upgrade my weapon when I could have. Like, a lot of things haven't lined up. This already it just feels so much easier than Marauder. So much simpler. It's a nice stream layout, thanks.
Quite sure
I
of
quite like
yourself,
it.
aren't you, Huntress? The Warden enjoys the taste of over.
Whoops.
Your frightened heart echoes from these stones.
Oh, I never got Ancestral Protector, which again, patch, you won't need it. Dude, I'm out of... Because I switched my mana potions, dude. I'm gonna fucking die to Brutus. Speedrun the whole campaign. Generally speaking, it would be Act 3, because everything after Act 3 is very easy. So if you're doing like practice for League Start or anything,
There is much to learn from the likes of the Inquisitor, the Umbrella.
it's really where it starts to be a little bit of diminishing returns to practice.
You need shoulder such perilous wisdom.
Let me embrace you.
Let's see how much this is dealing to him if he just walks at me with the bleed. Okay. The slowest Brutus ever then.
I've done for you what I would do for any wounded animal,
Fuck.
Brutus.
19-minute Brutus, terrible. Thinking ahead, if we were doing charge dash, is there anything that I need for charged dash? This also, okay, wait, hold up. Frostblade's Trickster had a huge speedrun problem where they would legitimately take a duelist all the way to Quicksilver Flask quest guy so that you could vendor to get like War Banner and Ancestral Protector totem. But you shouldn't have to do that anymore because there are no totems at all. I don't think they get War Banner. I don't know how. I don't think that would be like that far of a run out of your way. Like you wouldn't want to do that. But even for Ranger, who right now like not having the totem is a super damage down that other melee classes get, but it won't matter because they won't exist. Yep.
Oh, so.
And then dude, it might have to be Smoke Mine based on the weapon choices I'm gonna have. Still no Whetstone.
Stay sharp out there.
Because I think ideally I'm running two-handed swords through the whole campaign. I don't know what my ideal gem links would be. There's one thing I think Ranger doesn't get is good
So must the harvest.
starting support gems. Because you get like momentum. I think I'm going the wrong way. It's okay, I believed. Another buff that they never previewed with all their quality of life changes is war banners, if you put them down and walk out of the circle, it automatically picks them back up for you. I'm a forgetter.
Life and death live side by side. This is a strange land.
Killing Mervale right now would be a decent time, and we're like 3 minutes behind. I don't know. I think we keep this going and just see how Charged Ass Switch feels in Act 3. But I think my heart is telling me that I'm gonna be the General's Cry Chieftain, which is debatably a meme. Well, not a meme. I know it's good. It's just... And that's not gonna be a fast campaign no matter what. Well, no, if you just do Sunder the whole campaign, it'll be like whatever. The issue with it is, it's more of a bosser, and you want your first character to just be fast, so that you can do map progression quickly. And General's Cry Chieftain ain't gonna be mapping quickly. Fact. Dude, where the frick is the guy in this layout? Bro, where's the guy? It was right here? What the fuck? Oh, the reason you don't want Smoke Mine is because it actually shares a cooldown with Dash. But then I would want Leap Slam, which I can't get. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, I fucking hate this place, bro. Nah, I'm pathing it wrong. I had all the clues to know it was here, and I just didn't do it.
If you must. While we live, we are blessed.
As a genuine, I need a weapon an hour ago that I could have put essence on.
You were a good man and a bad.
Sorry, I haven't read chat in a while. I'm deep in thought on what I would do here. I don't even know if I would play this still. I feel like I'm not gonna know what build I'm gonna play until I get confirmation on one or two things. Until they show the Crushing Fist gem. And until they talk about how the freaking shock node works on Warden in the first place. 'Cause at the moment, it's a little open to interpretation. But yeah, that's an insane 26 minutes to even... I'm not even at Marvel. Double Quicksilver. Oof. The thing is, I don't think it would be bad in patch. Probably be like 4 minutes ahead. Like a lot of the things that I haven't done that would make this easier on me, I won't even need to do. Also not... I think bow until Act 3 would be better.
This is love's true face!
Because you don't get charge dash until like Act 3 begins anyway. But no, see, like I'm tricking myself again. Frostblades is going to deal double the damage. Frostblades is going to deal double the damage. You're not going to need totems. Your attack speed is basically going to be faster as well. Melee weapon fizz damage is going to be better. But yeah, like 30-minute Merville is comedy though. I just feel bad. I feel bad that anybody who knows what's going on, who comes into the stream, is gonna see that it's a 30-minute Merville and like laugh at me.
Your love for a man, that's what did this to you, Mervale.
Melee isn't trash anymore. It's just so hard to practice because it's going to be so different. And especially on Ranger, I think like Ranger melee start sucks. But a lot of the reasons why it sucks is going to be gone. So at like all the various points of this that have been a little inconvenient just aren't going to exist. Level am I? 13. I really shouldn't be. I don't know. I'm already like chilling. And I haven't been able to vendor walk, so that doesn't help either. Just like that also is like 10-second save. There's a lot of 10-second saves that add up. I'd also argue for a weapon swap. Nah, I should get claws earlier. Like, I like don't want to continue. I do want to see how charge dash does, but it really doesn't matter because it's still going to deal triple the damage. Like, there's no doubt that it's going to be exactly what I think it's going to be. And charge dash in campaign is like nice because it gives a movement speed bonus. There's a lot of like actually funny gimmicky stuff you can do in lab. I've played it before where you wouldn't be able to like blink over a ledge in lab, but charge dash you can like control it to like walk around a ledge with the teleport effect. So like areas like that, there's a few gimmicks you can do. It's kind of fun. Charge dash believer, like I think it's gonna be insane, especially for the content I want to do. And I deeply enjoy speedrun practice, but it's also very upsetting knowing the triple damage difference. I want to run it down again, path correctly on the tree, try and do everything right, at least get like 22 minute Merveil is not like, I'm not asking a lot. I'm gonna do double beach so I can get full iron rings. I just don't know who would run beach first. Thought it'd be the opposite, seeing how slow things are. I've done Rage Vortex 3 times, and that's kind of what makes me want to do Rage Vortex again. To just be like, oh, this is how it's different. But the Rage Vortex patch changes are very obtuse and weird. And I don't really, I don't know, a 4th time for realsies. Especially when they're like Warden and Gladiator stuff is new and cool. Especially Warden. Warden is like a very well-designed ascendancy. A lot of their reworks, like the Gladiator rework is a little stupid. It's got some really dumb parts. The Chieftain rework, pretty dumb. A lot of the Ascendancy reworks are really missing the mark by a little bit, but I feel like Warden is... It could be like that. You could build any character and be Warden and it would be okay. It wouldn't be like the best choice, but it can do basically anything. Which was also having me consider Scion, because Scion also gets the Warden node to use double tinctures, which is a big part of the draw to play Warden in the first place. I feel like this is the best looking Scion has been ever. It's just that Scion through campaign also sucks because your first lab doesn't do anything. You just get like stat points. People keep saying Rage Vortex got the classic GGG, this is a buff nerf. I don't think so. It got a very slight buff, but Rage being a more damage multiplier, you get like 60% more damage from having Rage. And then you could scale attack speed effect with Rage effect. There's like... I think it's overall better, it's just very subtly different. Scion League start ... The thing with Scion that's cool to me is that the duelist retaliate, I don't know, it like really locks you into a lot of nonsense. I was looking at the retaliate spell. I think there's some super endgame gimmicks you could do, definitely not on League start. But Scion gets the Glad node is not bad. Inherent bonuses from dual wield are doubled on here is awesome. It gives you 40% attack block and 20% more attack speed. That shit is crazy. So if you wanted to do retaliate, but you didn't want to be a gladiator, I mean, Glad's going to be better with all the reset chance that they get. But that's like a decent starter. And then Warden gives you spell suppress, which Warden doesn't even really get. They get bark skin. Gives you penetrate resistances, which they technically sort of get. And then the additional tincture. So like that one is just like a sick node. Because the double tincture is cool. But the thing with Warden is if you want double tincture, it is always a second point. You're gonna have an additional tincture active. You have to go through this thing, which makes it easier to sustain tinctures, and then you get 2 tinctures. But if you already have a plan to sustain them base value, which I don't know, like presumably with the, where is it? I don't know, the one node that lets you do it with life instead of this one. No, that's the retaliate one. Why am I not searching? It's right here. It's a little bit of an awkward spot for Scion depending how you want to path. But tinctures apply to your life. You could totally set up like an overleach setup and not worry about it too much. And a lot of the best tincture stuff is like right side. I don't know. You're like, it's the only way to legitimately hybrid the new tincture double thing and then also try retaliate, which is appealing. But also there's just a lot of other options. What does Zerker do for them? More damage. Leech cannot be stunned. Dude, they still have the cannot be stunned rage thing that Berserker doesn't even have anymore. And 25 rage should be easy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Scion is in a really cool spot. Like their campaign starts slow, but double tincture. Problem is Scion scales with money, and like starting Scion with the jewel sockets and not having jewels makes them a prime candidate for build 2. But even what does Pathfinder give? I think that you could do a pretty damn good Pestilence Strike. You get double tinctures, you get 2 poison tinctures by taking the Warden node. Use Pestilence Strike so that you can get a poison prolif on maps, so you don't have to be Pathfinder to get poison prolif. Pestilence Strike got buffed too. I didn't look at the buffs, but it's probably good. Viper Strike against bosses, whatever. And I don't know, and then you're so free to do like anything else, any other direction you want to cover. Just this having the second tincture is like such a shortcut to what makes Warden interesting, so I'm really interested in trying to figure something out for it. Because the main thing I'm interested in, and I think a lot of people are interested in with Warden, is the double tincture. I mean, all of the elemental nodes are good, for sure. But I do think they're a little bit less interesting than just having 2 tinctures. And yeah, that's what I was going to allude to. Their Flesh and Flame options are very good. And I think they're glad. Yeah, I was already saying that. Inherent bonuses from dual wield on here is cool. It's too bad the rest of it isn't great. And even Slayer is always good. There's a lot of them here. Just a lot of build options. That's neat. I think bringing tinctures back, I was really looking forward to it in general. But tinctures being back is like the ultimate. Melee builds get to make a cool choice now. So Scion being able to have 2 tinctures and then also have all the other Scion choices, like, I don't know, it feels like it's making them a premier melee option, especially for anything a little bit quirky. bit quirky because I don't know, I've been looking at so much stuff. I was looking at Battle Mage, Instruments of Zeal boy, because the one retaliate skill is a spell. It would benefit from Battle Mage. You still can't justify Instruments of Zeal. I was trying to figure out ways to maybe make the retaliate, like Divine Judgment, I think it's called, spell that looked really cool, usable in a melee build. So Battle Mage made sense. I have a really cooked idea for Sabo where you get trigger bots. They also have less cooldown, so retaliate skills run on cooldown, so they've got less cooldown. They've got trigger bots, which if you Battle Mage cried and linked it to the retaliate spell, pretty much every time it's available, you're going to trigger Battle Mage's cry retaliate. And it's going to trigger on all of the trigger bots as well. And then there's a new shield, which is cast a spell when you block. There's also the crafts in the new crafting league mechanic thing, which is cast a fire spell on hit with a melee weapon. So I think like melee retaliate Sabo is some legit stuff, but I don't think you could do it on your first character because there's just too much random shit you would need. Like, I don't even think they get Battle Mage Cry in campaign. I don't think that they get the retaliate skill in campaign. And then it's also weird. Streamer, what is a tincture? It's a different kind of flask that specifically is better for melee. They're like, I'd say 2.5 times better than a flask if you're melee. There's a lot of different versions of it. But the damage on retaliate skills are worth it. From the looks of it, they seem very worth it. The skill level 1 retaliate eviscerate is 1300 effective damage at a level 1 gem. They didn't even show how it scales at level 20. They're kind of like Val skills. The one I'm most curious in the fist one, because the fist, crushing fist, is looking like it's supposed to be a slam skill just based on the naming of it. And if it's a slam, then you could probably exert it. You don't need to do it all the time. There's a node which is retaliate wheel. 80% increased duration of ailments inflicted by retaliation skills. Like if there was going to be an ignite melee, it would be crushing fist ignite. Presumably. It's probably still gonna be not good unless it like unless crushing fist randomly says like more damage with ailments or some shit. Eviscerate was on block. Yeah, it's a retaliate skill. Have the new tincture mods come out? No. The PoE database is going to be wrong. They've showed a few tinctures, and they're all different than what it was in Affliction. But from what they've shown, it's already easy to say it's going to be really good. There's like, if you go Warden and you take the tincture nodes you're probably going to take because they're good, you get 65% increased tincture effect, yeah. And one of the tinctures is 100% increased elemental damage before it has any modifiers on it. So you're looking at 165% elemental damage on 2 tinctures. Or Scion. Like, that's... I think Scion would be the good one for elemental hit. Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of elemental shit in here, but... Scion could go elemental hit, come straight down to EE. Tincture stuff is going to be right here, which gives you flask sustain, and these are the ones that have 10%, 25% tincture effect right here. Warden has a bunch of more, yeah. Sort of. Their only more multiplier is Avatar of the Wilds, which is a little bit high roll weird. I mean, not like good uptime. There's just so many options of interesting things. I don't think I've had a league, and since Scourge would have been the last one where I really thought like there's so much stuff I would want to do.
Swift and silent, you stole the bounty of others.
I've not seen a wilderness like this before. There'll be some dark days.
I was forgetting that I want to run a double beach. I can't. I think I want to do. I'll run a shadow just so I can get a guaranteed dagger. And then I don't know what Shadow's first skill choices are. I think they also get frost blades. I don't think it matters. It's more about I want wisdom scrolls to get 2 iron rings immediately. And with the patch, I think if you did this, you got 2 iron rings with a double beach. Like, I don't... How is that not Act 1 complete? Without like a bare minimum level of character maintenance.
Still breathing, that's a good sign.
You were born with quickness.
Nothing like a brisk dip to start the day.
Damn, did I accidentally turn global on?
Murder someone who's already dead?
Melee occultist with profane bloom. I wouldn't do it as a first character. I feel like anything you do would be a bad version of poisonous concoction. Because the good build on occultist was poisonous concoction, then you get the poison aura, and then you're able to just shield charge through maps and everything explodes around you. It's like you could do that same thing with Pestilence Strike, but I feel like it'd be a waste
It's nice not being
of
dead yet.
occultist.
Fine work.
I think I'm... None of this matters.
Farewell.
Okay then, yeah, this gives me 2 daggers immediately. We got lucky on the beach with some shit. Got lucky with sockets.
I've seen lion eyes.
And we buy you, we buy you. Can't afford you. I fucked up. I have to talk to, because I did things in a weird order by accident.
Stay sharp out there.
Also, daggers are gonna have a higher crit rate, which is cool. Bro. Technically gives me chance to poison, which is like a very minor buff. I mean, it doesn't technically give it. It literally it gives it to me. Oh, and you can keep Viper Strike to kill Beach Guy quicker. Which I don't think you'll, again, I don't think you'll actually need that. All those like weird gimmicks to help speed you up. I mean, I suppose you could still do them, but they just feel so much more unnecessary that the time spent setting it up isn't worth the return anymore. And then, yeah, like we're already like one-shotting Roas because we took the time to get rings. We fucked up this layout a little bit. Well, we took the time to get rings and we also got a 3-link. What might be a problem, all the charge dash skill gems, support gems I need, if we're to do charge dash warden, I don't think you get any of them. Like pulverize, fortify, like any sort of melee gems, I don't think I'm gonna actually be offered. So I don't know what my supports look like. Could probably use momentum on it. I'm already level 4. Because momentum scales with channeled stacks. And charge dash also scales a little bit sort of with move speed. That might feel really good.
I'd almost... Farewell.
Got a job.
Oh, you also don't get Ancestral Call, which is what makes Frostblades feel really good early, isn't it? You don't get that? Or did I not look for it? Holy shit, I'm torchlight pilled. I pressed A to pick that portal up. What the fuck? Oh, I got baited so hard. They fucking got me.
Pain brings
Outplayed.
strength. That's nature for you.
Scion does. Like, Scion is sounding less bad the more I think about it, just because Scion gets like actual skill gem choices. I'm surprised there hasn't been some quality of life yet. Like, I expect it in the patch notes when I read that shield charge was given to other classes that don't currently have it. That, like, dude, if just give shield charge to everybody, please. Please. I need a two-hander for this area to like one-shot. But also the daggers are better later for a lot of reasons. Yeah, Scion getting Ancestral Call and War Banner. No, they would get totem, but it doesn't matter. I'm trying to think what else. Wisdom, wisdom. I think I stopped to kill too many packs. But I think that's also a symptom of not having the two-handed weapon. No, like, getting here... The difference in the time, once again, is that vendor walking got weird, and I can't do it anymore. And if vendor walking saved me even 30 seconds, and I think it would be that or more, then the time I got here would not feel so bad to me. The two-handed thing would also help, but I think it's more than that. Yeah, we'd be here at 10 minutes 30 easily. That'd be, that's cool. I keep clicking coast. I don't know why I'm doing that. Let me pause and see if there is an ancestral call.
The tale of...
They do. Oh, okay. Well then. Did I sell the Viper Strike? Yeah, I did. You would want to keep Viper Strike.
God hasn't abandoned us.
Farewell.
Huge! Yeah, again, double damage. I don't know if it's immediately double because you still need a few gem levels. It would be like 50% more damage probably on Act 1. For the start, at least. I know the level 1 gems in a lot of cases are also stronger. Also the slow offhand attack stuff, the slow 1-2s that melee weapons do now will be gone. But yeah, with Frostblades, puncture is nice if you do a duelist down the beach. Because Frostblades range is so long that you can like kite them.
Yes?
It's cool.
While we live, we are blessed.
You
I really need that two-hander though. Might have fucked this layout up. On God, I knew that I did. On fucking God. I thought there'd be another way up, but it was like legit only that way. And I could feel it. It's rough. Like 90% of lower prison layouts too are way simpler than this one. So, oh well. What are you gonna do? Pee your pants? Debatable if I get the other node first. I don't think so. The other node would let me equip War Banner, which I don't think is gonna matter. Isn't the new War Banner also melee physical damage? Could feel that coming too. I think this whole area down here is bait. I think this was a go left at the start. I think I fucked up again. Yeah. It's not as bad. I was worried it wasn't gonna like connect back to the main area. I think this layout is, you have to 100% go top right, but it's a good thing we got to here for this. I think we go straight top right. I really need a two-hander to drop. If I get to Brutus and I don't have one, I'm gonna see if I can buy like literally anything. No, this is not a top right? Jeez, and it's a... These prison layouts are eating my butt. Holy shit! Where's all me time gone? Then I think it is what I thought it was. It just didn't connect in the... And it was in the last place I looked. Hopefully I'm fucking level 10 soon.
Quite sure of yourself, aren't you, Huntress? The Warden enjoys the
We're gonna go back to town now because it'll refill my quicksilvers, and we're gonna check Tarky
Greetings.
for... Fuck. That hurts.
Farewell.
Hold on. If we had a... It's because we didn't take this node first.
What little help I...
Both... Wait, okay.
Take care.
You think me a horror? I will show you what true horror is. Come.
Damage is so bad, but again, no totem. Etc. This is awful. Can't use puncture with an axe. I wanted to buy those swords. Or have a sword.
Let me embrace you.
Amount of mana, man. I don't have a portal. This is stank ass. Brutus is about to kill me.
Let me embrace you.
I could use that double damage right about now. Yeah, I think 20 minutes. Merville should be dead right now. Merville should be dying. Ranger start is kind of annoying, and I think all of the problems. Well, also, we full cleared both fucking prisons. So that's another -1. Yeah, it's in a weird place where it feels like it's not worth practicing anymore. Like, I just wanted to warm up and think about my builds, and I still don't even know what build I'm doing. So the fact, I don't know. How long did it take for melee buffs? Most of the melee buffs, besides the skill damage, is just reverting back to what it used to be. So I think you'd have to go back to 3.5, where a lot of the gladiator stuff was still good. Like, hold up. Here's how you can tell. When was Valpack changed to not be instant leech? And now we're full circle back to instant leech Valpact. .1. 3.1. So 3.0 was when they made the 10-act campaign. So when that happened, is they started nerfing melee, power creeping monsters, and buffing spells. And now we're just reverting melee nerfs. It's like, I think it's 3.4 that Gladiator started getting nerfed as well, with Versatile Combatant being taken away. So here's the considerations. I have a bunch of notes for like random shit. I think General's Cry Chieftain's gonna slam, but I don't think it's gonna be a great league start. I mean, it could kind of be, because there's just so much weird stuff going for it. Got some numbers. I would like to see if you can Fist of War the new Slam Fist, so you can make the best out of the Retaliate when it comes up. Because if your general's crying, I don't know, you'll block every once in a while or get hit 6 times every once in a while, and then might as well just like do a big one with the boys. I don't think Warden Wander. I don't know. Warden Wander might be chill. Here's the real considerations. Number 1, charged dash Warden. Number 2, General Cry Chief. Number 3, Impale Champ. Is like Impale Champ. I do not have to think about. I don't need to worry about. I don't need to do a POB. I don't need to turn my brain on. That's just a guaranteed win. Impale Champ GG. And there's like so many different ways it could go, and all of them I'm just very familiar with it, and it would be good. Impale can't really compare with other scalers though. Tell me which one you're talking about and I'll tell you why you're wrong. These are just starters, right? I typically have been starting to play my starters for like a week or two. I don't even care if they're a little slow. Fizz conversions, they nerfed Hatred. They nerfed Hatred, they nerfed armor stacking, or strength stacking. And technically they buffed Impale because they gave free Impales on the tree and they made Fizz damage on weapons higher. Also, I'm getting a weird tinging when I hear myself talking. Oh, I think... No? Weird. I hear it. There is just like a weird zzz. But yeah, they basically... You can't do the spell damage strength stacking thing anymore. Because Battle Mage Cry got destroyed. And Hatred got totally nerfed, so you're not going to do elemental conversions of Fizz 100% of the time anymore. Fizz damage across the board is way better, and they made Impale better. And a lot of the new melee stuff is Fizz damage specific, like War Banner. And it's not my headset, I legit hear it in my room, but it's... Hold on. I think it's just like bugs outside. Like, it's coming from outside and it's just like a bug. Bzzz. I don't know. Like cicada in tree kind of thing. Well, yeah, we haven't seen, like, yeah, there is a Doomfletch mod on crafting, but we've seen, like, 2% of all the total crafting mods. I think it's, I don't know, wild to assume only Fizz to Ellie would exist. There's, like, 10 reasons I can give you why Impale got better. But I'm not going to. Do I even have any other things I'm considering? 'Cause I think some of the other stuff is like, I know that it won't work immediately and that would be a more of a build too. There is Scion 2 Tincture. Like, I don't even know what I would do, but I know that it's an option. Damn. Got the future figured out. They said it's based on unique mods. Would they have a they have cast a fire spell on melee hit mod. Like Impale Slams. Impale Slam also got better because they buffed the Impaler keystone. They put more Impale on the tree. They gave a ton more ways to... I think Bleed Glad is just too basic, boy. I think the thing that lures me away from the basic obvious answers of like Frostblade Warden is just how expensive the market's gonna be around those things. When like I've seen everybody talking about Frostblade Warden. So whatever they end up using is gonna be like 10 times the price of what it's supposed to be. Heat Shiver. I mean, Heat Shiver is going to be expensive. Even if they are using 1C uniques, the build has more than 4 items in it, right? Like it's more than Heat Shiver Frost Southbound. As soon as you go to try and get a good Frostblade's Elemental Tincture, it's going to be like 10 times the price of a Poison Tincture. Just easy. Why are we in despair mode? We're not in despair mode. I do think, I don't know, Crushing Fist is a question mark. That's barely music. I don't know. I think that covers everything that I'm interested in. Scanning the brain if there was anything else. Brain, what do we got here? Yeah, Wanders do look really good. I was thinking about doing a Wander, but it feels really bad to like be someone who plays melee like every league. Get a melee league and say, nah, I guess I'm gonna play Wander. So I was considering a wand on Warden, but yeah. And even that, both of those wand them up, but I would want the like fun gear that Wanders get before Why didn't I have an attempt at Cobra Lash? You know, that was Viper Strike. I think that build would just be like 4 times better. But we did it last league. Also, Blight. I think that was a good point. Blight is basically melee, and I do think if I don't do it as a starter, I would never do it. Flicker Strike legit seems very... Hold on. Let's go down the Flicker Strike Gladiator pipeline. Why would you ever do that? You wouldn't. That was quick. You wouldn't do it. Okay, next. I was thinking like, I don't know, the block chance. You're not going to dual wield, you're not going to use a shield, and retaliates would be annoying to use. Flicker Strike Warden. You're not generating frenzy charges. Is that it? That GG. Okay, what does Oro's actually do? Oro sacrifice, gain a frenzy charge, and if an attack ignites an enemy. Now that's plausible for a starter, because then you could also go the scorching route, both of summer, double scorch enemies with flicker. Here's a bit of Oro sacrifice. They're relatively easy to get. I don't think you'd pay a bunch for them. Oh, I looked at this. You're not igniting because you'd be scorching if you did that. Which is isn't there like a replica Oros, or there's another frenzy charge sword? I guess you don't have to take the scorch node. You could do... Always want tinctures. I'm interested in the tinctures. Would get tinctures. I think you could just go fucking bark skin, man. And then try and not die on flicker. Here's the problem. If I'm streaming Flicker Strike on main channel, it's over. It's fucking over, man. So I don't know about that. I do think you could just go, I think Flicker's gonna be really good. Yeah. Survivability, double tincture, flick them up. Have a flick off. I think you'd still be better off doing it on Slayer. I think that's really just forcing Warden for no reason. Slayer Overleach is better. Endurance charges are better now. You get... Yeah. And then Blood-Soaked Blade would help you. You're going to run one tincture anyway. Unless you were going to try and do Power Charge Flicker. Like Assassin. That's a whole can of worms. So I think the only other one is Elite Hit Flash Mild Right. Could be a neat Warden build. I am really interested in what a Elemental Hit Warden would do with the whole Avatar of Fire situation that bows used to do, because they buffed the crap out of Ellie Hit. It does so much damage now. They like doubled it. Flat value. And then you have to get 2 combat focus jewels, which is annoying. You won't be able to do that immediately. And you get Avatar of Fire with the amulet, which you're not going to be able to get immediately because that's from Breach. Converts all of your elemental hit damage to fire nonsense. Wear a Band of the Brotherhood. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know what weapon you'd end up using. I think that really depends on what crafts are available with the new system. Aren't people using... But Batman, I would just like you to acknowledge that everything you say is wrong. You can't use that skill with melee anymore. It's a bow and wand only skill. So you're very confident. I would do a test run of Ellie hit to see how it works with elemental equilibrium. You don't get it until after Mervale. Or am I doing? Yeah. You get it after Mervale. It's not as bad as I thought because you do get Ancestral Call. I think Tinctures in Act 1 are also going to go hard if you can immediately get this. I'm going to test on this character that was basically already at Merville. Or I think we just beat Merville, right?
The end of learning is the beginning.
So you got Ellie hit. Your weapon damage doesn't matter anymore, so you don't need... That's probably way more than is necessary. I think I got rid of my daggers. Be awful for the mana situation. Ranger sustains mana pretty well. I mean, it's gonna be like War Banner. You use a War Banner in Act 1 for the bonus that it gives you for like 1 second. So if you run a Tincture and use it for 3 seconds, it's gonna be better than having +1 life potion.
Farewell.
Those need to be daggers. You'd go... Boop, boop. So,
I thought you were a fool for seeking out men.
I'm not a fool.
We are
Where did I
both-
put the Ellie hit? I didn't. I think you would go Ellie hit.
Hello.
Might as well momentum for campaign.
Take care.
Then you can get whirling blades. Anything else Ranger is getting? Early Ranger supports are just all so dinky. Like for Ellie hit, you don't get anything. You get melee splash, which is probably irrelevant because elemental hit already kind of has a splash on it. And it's also not a damage multiplier. Nothing is a damage. Which is why I suspect this is going to feel really bad. You can't do like added cold because it's only going to hit cold a third of the time.
Take care.
Don't iron rings not do anything either? Rustic Sash does nothing. Because elemental hit. Will only be able to deal damage of that element. So the Fizz weapon change gone. Iron ring gone. Rustic Sash gone. And you're just solely relying on the fact that they buff the damage numbers on elemental hit until you can get plus skill gems, which is going to require like unique items in the campaign, which is annoying. I don't see how this works. Other than is elemental equilibrium that good to have early? Okay. Yeah. Awkward thing is that it's always the second hit is going to deal more damage because elemental equilibrium needs you to hit the first hit in order for it to apply the resistances debuff. You're always going to 2-hit to kill. But then if this was just like melee buffed, like the buffed version of elemental hit, I think you'd still be having to attack twice. The strike range is awful. You don't get wild strikes until Act 3, if you're going to go that route. Which would probably scale better through campaign. I want to go kill Philiditas at the bottom of this and see just how much boss damage it is without totem. And this character also, yeah, War Banner wouldn't do anything.
Go hand in hand.
Because if I think the only saving thing is that the boss damage might be better. But like on one hand, I have basically nothing for weapons, and to kill the
One rung closer to the top of the food chain.
I don't know, it's kind of okay. Especially because you're gonna hit like high shocks when I'm getting 16% shock on these. Only 4% shock. That's a weird layout. I get melee splash for free on second hit. Does Ranger get Skitterbots? I think that will actually make it smoother, because then they'll already be chilled before you hit. Okay, damage is stanky. Stank ass damage. Never mind. Whoops. I don't think double damage is saving that. Ran out of mana. The issue is, it's just fucking Ancestral Call. You don't have a damage support. You don't have more elemental damage with attacks. Until
Goodbye.
full damage. What's the fucking name of it exactly?
What trouble? What?
I think immediately after killing this is when you get the gem. And you get elemental hit after Merveil, so maybe you just wait until Philiditas is dead. Get this, come to town. Switch out Frostblades. Get, Herald of Ash? I think in a perfect world you get Blood Rage. Oh yeah, you can get a Trinity support will be like really good here. That's one of the best things you can equip during the campaign is Trinity. And you should get it, if not here, after wait, no, you always get Herald of Ash here. I'm just thinking if I could do things in a weird order so that you get you'd have to go kill the spider first.
Be well.
In it. I think it works, but you do, like I said, probably need to just use Frostblades for this whole zone. I thought for some reason that wheelbarrow full of stuff was the Nameless Seer sitting down. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, I got rid of dash. No, I didn't. And this is also without any elemental damage on the weapon, which again isn't going to happen a third of the time. But at least it could happen. Crossblade. I just think this is a build too. The perfect version of it has too many endgame uniques. And scaling elemental hit in early game is just really hard. You know. I think the crit chance daggers help. Please don't kill me. This damage sucks. Even if you double it. No support gems. There's just no support gems for it. When are we getting retaliation skills? I think you get them right there in Act 2. After Yina. Let me double check. You get Crushing Fist Retaliate from doing the Roa quest. So you get that immediately. And then all of the other ones are Intruders in Black, which is the quest we just did with Yina. Depending on what class you are. But Marauder and Duelist get Crushing Fist after Roas. And it can be purchased by Templar and Scion. Also, I didn't realize this. Wait, this doesn't make sense. Shield Charge is offered to the Marauder, Duelist, Templar, and Scion for completing Breaking Some Eggs, which is the Roa quest. But Shield Charge is a required level 10 skill usually. So presumably you would have Shield Charge at the beginning of the campaign. Like 8 levels early. It's 4 now. Hey, Shield Charge. I didn't realize that. I didn't read that. Now has a gem level requirement of 4. Bruh. That's a big deal. That's a very big deal. Marauder, Duelist, Templar, and Scion. Can be purchased from... Oh, I didn't read that too. Dude, I'm so dumb. Can be purchased from Nessa by all classes. Dude, that is the speedrun fucking dream. This does change everything. Hold on, let me... Like, every character is gonna want that. Spellcasters, it might be annoying to not have 2 wands worth of damage, but even then you can weapon swap Shield Charge. You weapon swap Shield Charge with faster attacks. Momentum. So just anybody would use it. Who wouldn't? That also makes the Marauder start like better, because Marauder has a whole bunch of issues with just... He doesn't get dash, he doesn't get Frostblink. He gets them, but he has to get the stat requirements for him, so it takes until like it's too late and you're just slow as shit. Dude, that's bonkers.
Still alive, are we?
So like a Ranger start too, you start with Momentum. You could buy Shield Charge after Breaking Some Eggs, which is fine because normally you'd have to buy not on Ranger, but you're expected to kind of buy. My Marauder buys 2 skills. He buys War Banner and he buys Blood and Sand, which you wouldn't have to buy one of those because then you could get one of them as the reward instead of Totem. So you'd be spending the same amount of money, immediately being able to buy a shield in vendor. And I would still probably weapon swap shield charge to be able to use a 2-hander. So the only thing that would change is you'd have to pick up 1 shield or buy 1 shield. And then you'd go like your prison time would be like twice as fast. I'm surprised I didn't realize that. That's awesome. That's another thing of like practicing these runs fucking sucks. Nothing, like everything's different. If you're gonna practice a melee start, just like having a general plan and then like having warmed up is I can't really do much more as much as I want to play more. The only thing I can do is practice vendor walk, which is barely gonna work on League Start anyway because the servers are gonna be fucky. So if I get the timing down for the it's gonna be different. And also I don't the timing is so fucked now.
Goodbye.
I just need to pick a build I'm gonna enjoy and just build a tavern anyway. Like I can slow down during the campaign. Shield charge is wild though.
Be well. Hello.
So like Witch and no, Templar didn't have to do it. Witch speedruns are very popular, which is good. They get Armageddon Brand, they get the Molten Bouncy skill. But they would do Library in Act 3 just to get shield charge.
Hello.
Because of how much faster it makes the run. Like not only do you have to not do Library, but you also get it 3 acts sooner at the beginning of the game.
Still alive. Greeting. Welcome.
So I think you're gonna see this patch some like the best speedrun times PoE's ever had.
God hasn't abandoned us.
They nerfed Rolling Magma slightly at start. Like less, like 20% less damage effectiveness, but it's probably still gonna be the same. I wouldn't be surprised though if like some form of melee build was like a top contender for speedrunning now, just because their front loaded damage is going to be so high. It's annoying to keep upgrading your weapon, but it's not that big of a deal. And they should be doing more damage than spells now. And like the main thing is the amount of time it takes to kill a boss is like how slow the run is. So if melee just straight up deals more damage than spells, then
greeting. Welcome. Greetings. Stay sharp out there.
Hello. Take care.
I don't think I don't. Okay, so here's the question, chatters, remaining chatters. All 10 million of the Ster fans. What the fuck are we doing for the rest of the, like, do I end stream? I don't think there's anything to do. I think everything is so completely different. There is no practicing to be had, and I legit just need to pick a build, and that's not even based on path of building. Like, I just need to pick one. Whip my arms out? Like, I think I'm gonna play Charge Dash Warden. Was that me, number 1 Rose on Torchlight? Yeah. Yippers. my I don't even know if I still have my Necropolis characters. I really made that many. Ster Indecision. That's so green. Gone. Sturchromancer? Yeah, I was gonna do the whole Spectre helmet build. Nope. Never really got there. Really gave up. Stir Bleed. I try a bleed build every league. What was I doing different with this one? Oh, I was doing alt quality puncture slam. It was fun, but it has like 0 clear even with bleed explosions. But I was first trying to do it on Deadeye with Rupture. Which honestly, the way I was building it, being able to use Rupture support on Glad now would be pretty cool. A lot of these, I'm just like going through deleting and trying to remember what they were and see if there's anything on here that I want to put in stash. What was this supposed to be? Ball lightning? I don't... Who? Ball lightning? I think I was gonna do lightning warp. That didn't make it past level 30. And then I think the only geared character is this one from Necropolis, which was just Valreep. Which was okay. It's basically, this build is the melee coat, where this is essentially just bleed cleave. But it's a spell, so it was actually good. But now you could just do bleed cleave. It would probably still be worse than this though. But you could do like lacerate. Ball lightning totem thing? No, I never did that. That's an other people thing. Yeah, it has the big explosions. Like, it has bleed explosions, like a Glad would have. Because it transfers the corrupting blood to targets that get hit by explosions, and then they explode, and then they chain. It's got Valreap, which is the ground dot. And then it still is,
last incredible performance.
even though I'm one-shotting the packs, it is still a damage over time build. It's not hit-based. So it's like corrupting blood and just the Val dot, the Reap dot.
Flames beget more flames.
I liked it. I think it got really hard to push it into endgame past a certain point.
You shall suffer your own bile.
Because physical dot just still is hard to scale. But yeah, whatever.
The expected choice.
I think on for this to tier 16, yeah, I could just whirling blades through and like get the whole thing to explode because of like one corrupting blood enemy just needs to die. A new crit dot. You're planning ailment dot builds, giving me a headache. This was pretty much just based around the circles. It's circle build of the overlapping natural instinct, Fizz damage. Parandus Pact. Might of the Meek. Who doesn't like a circle? This one jewel, 183% Fizz damage. This was Scion, yeah. Scion was the best for a bleed dot. It was like better than Gladiator because you get especially spells. Because you just get the Gladiator node of more physical damage over time, but then have the option to do other stuff. It's like additional curse was nice. I can't even remember what 2 curses I'm using. And then of course they gave every character automatic war cries for some reason. Am I automating? Steel skin. Oh, yeah, because we have those, so that's that curse and then vulnerability. Parandus Pact is coming back as the reward for killing the King of the Mist, which you get from Ritual now. But he does not drop that which was taken. He drops Parandus Pacts. Anyway, I think that's the only character I have left from Necropolis. And my starter was Ice Shot, which I think everything is off this character now. Yeah, it was the new Ice Shot that came out. I can't believe we didn't get any new trans gems. They're talking about how easy it would be to add new ones every season. And like last season there was like 2. And this one there's 1. I think. Ambush perfect agony. I was gonna do an ambush Viper Strike of the Mamba setup. Anyway, I don't think I have anything else going on. But I just need to pick a build. And I'm willing to bet when it comes to picking, it's gonna be Viper Strike. Nah, the Charge Dash. Deleted. I'm not deleting the one character with gear on it. Beep. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. It was, I don't know, didn't really accomplish anything I wanted this stream, but I think I'm realizing that none of it was accomplishable in the first place because how much is changing. And practicing beyond what I did. Like, I just need a list of what gems to buy at what point, pick a build, and then on League Start, it's gonna do 2 times damage and it'll be fine. Unless I mean, like, it's good to know the elemental hit thing definitely sucks for a starter, and to not be baited into doing that. That's about all that. Yeah, I don't know. Learning the shield charge thing makes the stream worth it, I guess. I would have, like, looked over that. I've been wanting to, in the lead up to the league, like, it feels like a good way to introduce mainstream, hold up. I don't know, I guess because we're... Okay. It seemed like a good way to introduce like main channel people to PoE to do speedruns, so it's at least consistent. Every league for like the last 3 leagues I've wanted to stream more of them on main channel. So like I wanted to practice today so I wasn't complete doo-doo and pick a build. But like, I don't know, the conclusion today is what is there to do? You know? New league is on Friday. Yeah. I gotta record. I'm gonna record like an hour-long MP3 file for Kraken, and Kraken is gonna league start and have a Ster AI try and tell him how to play a build. It's gonna like train on my voice and all the advice I give him. I'm pretty excited for that. That sounds really funny. And yeah, I just need to pick a build, and I might have like a 50% done POB for league start that I could at least put in chat to satiate people. But again, like until they show, we don't even know what mods are on tinctures. They haven't shown. There might be like a new Impale tincture. I wouldn't be surprised. I think in Affliction, I think there was a +1 Impales mod on tinctures, which, dude, if that exists, you can get 100% tincture effect now. 2 tinctures. You could have +4 Impales from your flasks. The world is your oyster. Type beat. So, depending on what they tease over the next week, I think might change. Which is why I always want to freaking not pay attention to the reveal until like Thursday or Wednesday, but apparently that's literally impossible. Goodbye everybody. Hope you had a wonderful time.